Hello, language enthusiasts. Welcome back to another exciting German lesson. Today, we are going to learn a very important topic, the German sentence structure or their Satzbau. We will learn the sentence structure at A1 level, which is the beginner's level, and in my next videos, I will teach you advanced sentence structures. Alright, let's start by breaking down the components of a German sentence. So every sentence consists of three main elements. What are those three main elements? Any guesses? They are the subject, verb, and the object. So first we have the subject. Now what is a subject? Subject is the person or thing that performs the action in a sentence. It is like who or what of the sentence. So basically it is the doer of the action, and it could be a noun, pronoun, or a noun phrase in a sentence. Let's see some examples. Ich gehe zur Schule, which means I go to school. So here you can see that ich is the subject performing the action, and it is answering the question who. Who is going to the school? It is ich or I in this case. Let's see another example. Die Blumen blühen im Garten, which means the flowers are blooming in the garden. So here die Blumen is the subject performing the action, and it is answering the question what. What is blooming in the garden? It is the Blumen or the flowers. Now let's move on to the verb. Verb, as we all know, is the action word in the sentence. It basically describes what the subject is doing. So verbs can be of single word or a combination of words. We'll see some examples. We'll first look at single word verbs. Ich spiele Fußball, which means I play football. So here spielen is a single word verb which means to play. Another example, das Mädchen liest ein Buch, which means the girl reads a book. Here liest is a conjugated form of the verb lesen, which means to read. Now let's look at example of combination word verbs. Freuen auf, which means to look forward to something. So for example, wir freuen uns auf den Urlaub, which means we are looking forward to the vacation. Urlaub means vacation. Another example, warten auf, which means to wait for somebody or something. Example, ich warte auf den Bus. I wait for the bus. I hope you have understood the concept of verbs in German well. Let's move ahead. And now we have the object. The object is the person or thing that receives the action of the verb. It's like the whom or what of a sentence. So basically it is the recipient of the action, and it could be a noun or a pronoun. Let's look at some examples. Sie isst einen Apfel, which means she eats an apple. In this example, einen Apfel is the object and is representing the thing that is being eaten. So it is answering the question, what? What is being eaten? Let's see another example. Wir besuchen unsere Großeltern, which means we visit our grandparents. Großeltern means grandparents. So in this example, unsere Großeltern, our grandparents, is the object representing the people who are being visited. So it is answering the question, whom? Whom are we visiting? Let's move ahead. Okay, so now that we have understood the individual components, let's put them together to form a sentence. In German sentence, the usual verb order is subject, verb and then the object. So it would be subject plus verb plus object. Let's see this in action with some examples. Das Kind trinkt Orangensaft, which means the child drinks orange juice. Here, das Kind is the subject performing the action. Trinkt, which is a conjugated form of the verb trinken, which means to drink. And Orangensaft is the object, which means orange juice, and is the thing receiving the action of the verb, right? Let's see another example. Das Mädchen spielt Tennis. Here, das Mädchen is the subject performing the action. Spielt is the conjugated form of the verb spielen, which means to play. And Tennis is the object receiving the action of the verb. So as you can see, the subject, verb and object are arranged in that order to form these sentences. Remember that this is the most common sentence structure, especially at the beginner level. Now there could be variations. There could be variations when you are asking questions. In questions, the verb often comes before the subject. Let's look at an example. Spielst du Fußball? Do you play football? Notice how the verb spielst has taken the first position and comes before the subject, du. Okay, let's see another one. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Which means, do you speak German? Again, sprechen, which means to speak, has taken the first position and comes before the subject, Sie. Congratulations on learning the German sentence structure. You will now be able to construct meaningful sentences very easily. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which motivates me to create more informative content for all of you. Vielen Dank. Tschüss.